All right, guys, I'm live. I'm not really good at this. I'm sorry. Um, there's a live chat going on, and hopefully they'll come here. Uh, I don't understand. There's no way to go from the timeline to, hey, Skywalker Bloodline, how you doing? To bring everybody you can. Okay, get it out there. I don't understand any of this. I probably need to hook up my Apple or my Mac, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. Hey, Brett, how you doing? Aunt Steph. Sister Steph, don't call me aunt. You're not my nephew. Why are you doing that to me? Anyway, so a couple of things today came up. First off, we got this luminous thing. Thanks, Skywalker Bloodline. I hope you do. Thank you. That makes me happy. Okay. All right. All right. All right. How old are you, Brett? By the way, we've got this luminous thing that's coming out with 5 authors. Plus, I assume there are others that are going to show up. Hey, a lot to say. 30? All right, you're old enough to be a nephew. You're old enough to be a nephew, Brett. And you too, Carla, a niece. And I think they're retconning the Force, guys. I really do. I just, those luminous things, it comes from luminous beings, are we? Yoda talking to Luke. Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, you're old enough. You're old enough to also be my son, Joey, so watch it. Because if I was your mom, anyway, and luminous beings are we? So they're calling this luminous. Are they retconning the Force? And what bothers me is this. Claudia Gray, Justina Ireland, and Danielle Josephine Older are writing for this thing? Really? I really want. No, I don't do super chats and entertainment hacker. John, I don't. I don't want money for this. I'm not. I'm not into that. I do this because I love Star Wars. Yeah, please hit the likes, guys. More likes, the happier I am. That way, this channel will get out, help grow my channel because YouTube keeps fucking with me. Anyway, so they got all these writers, 3 really bad ones, 2 obvious LGBTQ lesbians, overweight lesbians, and 1 effete, insecure dude, Danielle Josephine Older. And these other guys, they're white, but I don't know what their game is. You all know how much I hate Claudia Gray, right? She was the inventor of Vice Admiral Gender Studies, all right? In that book she wrote about Leia. And, it's so fucking gross. An unneeded goddamn thing that she put in there because she's a perverted, mentally deranged woman who probably squeezes cats to death between her butt cheeks. I just, why? Yeah, she has a disgraced stag. You're right. So anyway, and Aaron's right too. If the shareholders get a hold of this, they'll put the kibosh on this. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Disney's in the hole for $35 million since they bought Fox. Lucasfilm itself is in the red for $5 billion. And yet, last summer, this thing started happening. It's a Merlot. It's not expensive. It's almost like a house wine. God, I can't even think of the name of it. My husband went out and bought it. I was actually going to break open a bottle of 1,000 Story Zinfandel bourbon barrel Zenf, and it is really, really good. And if you can get it, you should get your hands on it. It's excellent. I'm gonna tell you something. I'll go into my wine thing. When you go to the ACB store, or ABC store, state store, liquor store, wine shop, hey Paul, and you see, Menage a Trois, Cabernet, bourbon barrel. You see Robert Mondavi, bourbon barrel Cabernet. Buy it, buy it. You will like it. I We got the Mondavi stuff and we love it. It's one of our favorites. They came out with the Merlot that they casked in rum barrels. Oh my God. And they haven't come back with it. I'm like, I want. Anyway, you know, this stuff is really, really good. This is not the bourbon barreled Zenf. Let me tell you something about Zinfandel before we get back into Star Wars. Cabernet can be a very, very muscular wine. It's a wine you drink with red meat. It's a very, hey, Cena Dave. It's a very strong, robust thing. But when you get a heavy duty Zinfandel, it will kick your ass. It will kick your ass. And 10,000 Stories Zinf, bourbon barreled, is a really good, strong, heady wine. I love it. But will also kick your ass. And I would not probably, it's not what I want to do live. But if you can get your hands on a bottle, do it because it's really, really good. And I recommend it. But I'm going to give you guys this little hint. My favorite wine is Chateau Montelena Cabernet, and they have a $60 one and a $100 one. That is so good, I can't even wrap my mind around it. You could probably try it, give me Scream Eagle, and I would still grab the Montelena. It's that good. Anyway, let's go back to Star Wars. So they got this luminous thing going on, and I'm like, why do I care about this? Hey, man, I don't, why do I care about this? Why do I feel the need to be part of this? Are they retconning the Force? Are they? I want to know. They took a piece that, you know, Obi-Wan said to Luke when he explained A New Hope, or in the Force in A New Hope, and then, oh, Stig, you're right. And then they said until. Go read the article in the video. Okay. What does that mean? Until what? Till Claudia Gray and Justina Ireland, who don't know shit about Star Wars, who don't care about it, who think the Force is female, get a hold of it. And Danielle, Josephine Older, gets to run around screaming about how much he hates white men. And those two other guys, I don't know who they are. I don't know why these people were picked. But what I love about it is, yeah, I just, but then, oh, maybe a Stig, maybe, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it goes across time. It could be a poison pill by the story group. This is something that Craig, if Craig is here right now, and he may be or maybe not, said to me. Kevin Feige hates the story group. Segue into the next thing. Apparently, according to Jason Ward, and why I believe it is because Jason Ward kisses Kathleen Kennedy's ass everywhere she can be kissed. Posted, Feige is taking over for her. She is done in 2021, and Lucasfilm will be under two division heads, with Feige sort of doing this Overlord thing, I basically think it's going to be Filoni and Michelle Szechuan. All right. You know, I don't know what they think, but I really honestly think that this won't happen. I really, really don't think that the Luminous thing will happen. I think they're trying to shove it in people's faces. Yes, it was a lot to say, and I know Stig, but if he's leaving Star Wars to Filoni and Michelle Szechuan, Rejwan, um, it it might actually not be bad. Uh, I'm worried about the Marvel shit because I do agree with my friend who's a sequel trilogy lover who hates Raylo, and he hates Feige for the very reason that Scorsese does. It's not really good movie making. Marvel isn't. I know if you guys are Marvel fans, hate me if you want. I don't like it. Uh, Iron Man was good, but I think part of the reason why was because Favreau made it, and Favreau actually kind of cares about what he's doing. But the other people are just like they're just throwing a bunch of ads out there. It's like a bunch of advertisement directors came together, and it's like Scorsese said, it's like an amusement park. It's fast food. You're right, Aaron. You're right. And Star Wars is bigger than that. It's deeper than that. Now, if Feige, hey guys, please hit the like, please. If Feige lets his division heads do what they have to do to fix what was broken, that's a good thing. Here's another thing. He hates the story group. Everybody raise your hands. Do you all hate the story group? Because we all do, right? You know, and I want to talk about something else. I think The Rise of Skywalker, all right, Skywalker Bloodline. I think The Rise of Skywalker is going to be better than you guys think. Um, uh, because George Lucas has been there from the beginning of this thing. All right, Cena Dave. And I think it's actually going to be good. Let me tell you this. When those PR posters came out, I did a video on them, and they showed each era, prequel era, OT, and the sequels. The bad guy is always prominent, the evil doer. Palpatine, Vader, douchebag. Raylos, this is funny, are already crying about it. And they're already going, yeah, well, just because, and it might be, blah, blah, hey, you know what? We're getting, I think we may get a little bit of resolution here because, George Lucas is the one that said to friends of his that The Last Jedi was soulless. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to argue with my friend who's a TLJ lover who thinks Rian Johnson is great. Rian Johnson's not a fan of Star Wars. His whole thing was to fuck with George Lucas. The whole titty milking thing. That was a fuck you to George Lucas. Luke Skywalker is George Lucas's namesake, right? Am I right? All right. It was all a big, you milk this franchise for everything. That's exactly, it was a big left wing to him, right? J.J. Abrams cares about it. He loves it. And they realized after TLJ came out and was like, everyone wanted to go, that they had to bring George back. George came back. George was the one that ordered the reshoots. The reshoots happened in April. They've been happening till September. The rest of the stuff that you guys have been hearing, maybe Daisy and John Boyega have been doing some extra stuff, but it's all CGI now. Okay, so anything that everyone's going, oh my God, they're going to be shooting right up until the movie's released. No, they're not. No, they're not. That rumor got started because Wedge is on the cover of the book Resistance Reborn. I don't think he's confirmed Stig. I haven't seen anything that says that he's actually in it. You know, I'm gonna tell you guys something. There's a certain channel that lets really young people below the age of 35 to post things without doing research. They get all excited and they go, okay, can't do that. Okay, it should go through a filter and say no. The cover of Resistance Reborn has Poe, Rey, Leia, and a couple other people, and Wedge Antilles. That's where that rumor got started. Okay, and there you go. No, there isn't anything about it on IMDb. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't, I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire on this. Dennis Lawson doesn't want to be part of this. All right, so why would he come back? Notice I'm wearing Phantom Menace t-shirt. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something. All right, how many of you guys grew up in the 80s? Look what I got. Oh, Joey, yeah, well, this thing is so goddamn funny. I want to do a whole chat about this sometime. All right, Steg, do you know what Tiger Beat is? Tiger Beat was a magazine for teenage and junior high school girls to drool over boys. So we have this. We have Star Wars, those kissable cowboys. Star Wars versus Urban Cowboy and oh God, whatever. And we've got, let's see, John Travolta versus Mark Hamill and John Schneider versus Harrison Ford. I'd love to show this to Harrison Ford. I would love to. I'd say, hey, check this out. He'd be like, you've got to be kidding me. This is one of those times. This thing, I'm going to show you this. This thing makes me wish Carrie Fisher was still alive. Because I'd actually tell her and go, oh, he's in this. Sean Cassidy's in this. Leif Garrett is too. So Scott Baio. Oh my God. But Harrison Ford on the cover of this? And I know I had this magazine. I was 12, probably went, bought it. I mean, let's see how much this cost. All right, we'll do this. It doesn't say, but I bet you it cost $1.50. Come on, guys. More likes. Well, all I need is, this is what I need, is someone to give it to me straight, that she's Hannah Maya's daughter. And I will go to the movie. Hey, Spartan Jeremy. I will go to the movie just to get videos of Raylo tears. I will do it. I swear to God, I am going to eat that up. I swear to God They don't deserve anything. They already know they're not going to get it. All right, they already know. I mean, they're already trying to back up and try to figure out how to get their ways out of this. You know, it doesn't fit in the narrative. This is Star Wars, not Twilight. Okay, you know, and what bothers me is Adam Driver should be having the time of his life. He has nowhere to be seen doing PR. Nowhere to be seen. Why? Them. Raylos. How can you do a play on Broadway and having some 300-pound fat cat lady jump up on the stage yelling Kylo at him? On the stage. The woman got arrested. You know, that's what happened, man. I mean, I don't know. So, you know, I honestly think there's going to be good things happening. I've got hope now. For the first time in a long time, I have hope. Raylos can kiss my tight white German ass too. Right? That's a lot of pork, Skywalker. That's not beef. Beef is good. Pork is too, right? Well, you know, I mean, honestly, that happened. She did that. They've approached his driver's wife. They've wished death on her and their daughter and their kid. What? And it's just he's really keeping a low profile. I feel bad for him because he has issues with anxiety. You know, all right, he's a Marine, but he didn't see any action. But still, when I hear Marine, serviceman, anxiety, I get this. All right, you know, leave the guy alone. Yes, they should lose the right to vote. You know, I mean, you know, I'm, you know, so if they don't get what they want, and here's the clue. Here's the clue. Look at those promo posters, prequels, the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan. The bottom, Anakin and Padme. I love you. I thought we weren't going to do this. Well, I love you. You know what I'm saying? OT, Luke and Vader, Han and Leia. ST, Rey versus Darth Emo. Drop it, Luke and Leia. That screams brother and sister to me. Okay? Jaina and Jason. All right? You know, I don't, you know, I had to point this out to people. Even a movie director friend of mine, I'm like, do you not see this? He's like, oh shit, I didn't notice. Like, do I have to oh, look at the crayons. Look at the crayons. If the movie's received well, no. If the movie's received bad, yes. They'll make sure George rapes the whirlwind. Yeah, well, I'll tell you something about that. I agree with you. See, this shit starts happening last summer. Maybe Stig. Well, she's gonna have to. And what's she gonna do? She's the only Jedi around, unless, you know, some. Well, here's something that's interesting to me. Finn's last name and Rey's last name are never mentioned. JJ has made a thing about that. There's a reason, and he said there's a reason why. I think Finn could be a Calrissian, but I think he might be a Windu. All right? Okay? I really honestly think. But because he was supposed to be force sensitive. Okay? So, he was supposed to be force sensitive. Um, and so let's talk a little bit about Iger's problems. Bob Iger, according to Craig, uh, the hedge fund guys basically one of the company what happens is a few very very wealthy people get together, they create a hedge fund, they fund movies for Disney. A group of them, a hedge fund, called out for no confidence vote on Bob Iger. Now, I'm going to say this, Craig, if you're here, don't be mad at me. Craig owns thousands of shares of Disney, voting shares. Okay, it's over 9,000. Let's put it that way. And he got a letter from them saying, "Please don't sell stock, please, please." Okay, because the fact that's out there now, there has to be a vote, and it will come out. We'll see what happens. There's a reason why Iger a few weeks ago had Feige going to Lucasfilm to quote unquote help Miss Producer Genius do a Star Wars movie with Alan Braverman, who by the way is one of the board members trying to oust Iger. Okay, and now we get this. Feige's taking over for Kennedy, and I called it when that happened. Okay, I said they're putting Feige in charge of Lucasfilm, and he can't run both. He can't run both studios, but gang, you put a few people in charge of the pertinent places and point it in the right direction and have George Lucas kind of bebopping his way between everything, it could work. I don't know what you're talking about, Aaron. I don't. Here's the deal. This isn't supposed to be public, but we made it public because it should be. Okay. Disney is in a lot of trouble. They're under a Securities Exchange Commission investigation for funny money, lying about movie box office, and that falls on Iger's shoulders. Here's the deal: Disney can take a lot of things. It can't take the theme parks dying. It can't take the theme parks not making money. Neither Anaheim or Orlando is doing anything right now. They are basket cases. Go to Drunk 3PO's channel and see what he says about it. They're begging Florida residents to come. Here's the deal. Universal's cheaper. It's more fun. They get Harry Potter. They get what they're doing. Well, Dakari, she hasn't done anything yet, so whatever. Oh, Frank, yeah. I mean, there was nobody in the theaters. What's really weird is that, I'm going to say this. I think, I'll say this. I think Iger set Kathleen Kennedy up. He tried to fix Captain Marvel, but he let her swing on a rope. Stig, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. Yeah, they showed up in theaters for Joker. They showed up in theaters for Rogue One. I went to Rogue One twice because it was good. I went to The Force Awakens once because I couldn't handle that scene. That pissed me off. I thought it was obscene. It was literally, you might as well fall down worshiping the devil to do something like that. And you know what I'm talking about. Um, I whatever. I mean, I'm just right now. I'm playing the odds right now. I gotta tell you though, guys, it's for Jason Ward to post that, and he loves her. You're right, Stig. It was a pointless death. Why? Now I've had friends say, but it was sacrifice for what? For what? See, I can't be gaslighted because I'm always gonna go no because I know that character better than they do. All right, I do. And there was no point to it. From what I've heard, is he was supposed to be in episode 8, and at the end of episode 8, he was supposed to be the one to load Leia onto the escape pod. He was the one that was supposed to do that, to charge that Star Destroyer, not Vice Admiral, purple hair, lesbian, dyke, pig, gender studies. Hey, drunk 3PO in the house. My boy, what's up, man? What's going on? No, it wasn't his breath. Like it was his foot, Aaron. And it was the landing ramp, the boarding ramp of the Falcon that landed on it. Oh, you are? All right. Here's the deal. Drunk 3PO did that Le Creuset thing about the Star Wars cookware. And I basically said, I don't have any of that. I am an all-clad girl. I have all-clad. I have other things. And I basically said, there's a way to cook, right? Here's the deal. If you want to do a really good seared pan-fried steak, you get a cast iron skillet. Where I'm making you ribs? Okay, I'm going steaks. Okay. You get a really good cast iron skillet. You put on the high. You get it as hot as it can be so it's smoking. Olive oil, avocado oil, whatever. You put your ribeye, you put your tenderloin, whatever. And I said ribeye, by the way, Jay. I said ribeye. And you sear them. Then you add butter, garlic, thyme, and rosemary. A lot of butter so you can like do the thing. And you sear it on all sides. Back, front, sides, this way, that way, everything. And you put it under the broiler for 2 minutes. 2, maybe 3, depending how thick it is. Then you pull it out, you put it, and you wrap it up in foil over the pan, and then you do what you're doing. It is excellent. It is. I'm telling you, man, it's heaven. All right, it's literally heaven, and you can actually kind of do that. You have to marinate them though, a little bit if you put them on the grill, because you can't do the marinade thing, where you're doing this, and I learned this from watching Gordon Ramsay. I mean, he just stands there doing this. It's like, okay, I can do that. It's really not that hard. It's patience. It's knowing the meat. And it's knowing who you're cooking for. Oh, Shaq. God, I have to cook you a steak. You'll eat it. And it's got to be a good one. All right. I tell you what, if you guys come up here, bring everybody. I'll try to invest in getting some Kobe beef, Wagyu. Uh, the Wegmans in Mechanicsburg has it. Holy Mother of God. You sear it on all sides and just let it sit. It's like eating steak, but it's like tuna, seared ahi tuna. It's gorgeous, and it's Wagyu beef. There's a marbling to it because when you look at when you look at yes you do, Jay. When you look at the beef we grow, and it's good, it's the best. But Wagyu, it's a breed of cattle and what they feed them. The marbling is on the outside of the muscle. When you look at Wagyu and well, Kobe, what they call it, it's inside the muscle, so it doesn't look as red. But goddamn, it's so hey slubs, it's so goddamn good. I bought one half-pound slab of it for 4th of July and made other things. And my mother-in-law, we were all trying different cuts. And everybody said, this is the best piece of meat I've ever eaten. And I made it, so I'm like going, hey man, that was good. So yeah, there's a way to do it, but you have to have a hot pan. You're not gonna drink Coors Light with me. You'll be doing this. Not when you drink. If you're eating a $30 per pound steak, you're drinking good wine. Okay, you're not drinking Coors Light. That's not even beer to me. Okay. And if you did beer, we go out and buy a 12 pack. That costs about $13. I'll buy it. All right. We don't go cheap here. I do the right thing, And if you do bourbon, I got some good bourbon. I don't drink it. It's waiting for those who come to my house and partake in that kind of thing. And there you go. I don't drink that. It's wine, maybe a vodka cocktail, maybe a beer too, but there you go. I don't. Bud Light Platinum? God, I need to get you guys. Pedestrian. I'm such a snob. I can't help it. But I am. All right, I am. About this stuff, yes, I am. I mean, I was telling a friend of mine about my favorite wine is Chateau Montelena. And it's, let's see, you can either get it for $50, $60 per one kind of Cabernet or $100 for the other. And if you get it, you get the $100 one, it is like the greatest thing you've ever tasted in your whole life. And we drank one bottle of that once. I did braised beef ribs, and I did an Italian thing with it. And we were all like, this is the best. I mean, it's really, really good. I guarantee you'd make Screaming Eagle look like, Boone's Farm. It's really, really good. And there's a movie called Bottle Shock. If you want to see how American wine got onto the global stage, watch that movie. Chris Pine, Alan Rickman, the divine Alan Rickman, Bill Pullman, the divine Bill Pullman, are in it. You guys got to see it. It is. I love you, man. Jay, you're the best. But anyway, so do I think you've seen Bottle Shock? Awesome, Aaron. I love that movie so much. Oh my God. Oh, I love it. I mean, the first time I saw it, I was sick. I had the flu really, really bad. I was on meds, and I rented it on pay-per-view. I wrapped up in a blanket on the sofa. The movie's almost over. My husband walks in from work and he's like, What are you watching? I'm like, I want this wine. I could barely talk. This is in California when we lived in Oceanside, and then we had to move within the year to Carlsbad. And it is. You guys, Bottle Shock is a great movie. It really, really is. I mean, I really, one of the places I want to see in Napa, Sonoma County, is I want to see Chateau Montelena. I want to go and just hang. Because here's the deal in 1976, they had a wine tasting in France, the best wine tasting, and guess what won the white? Chateau Montelena Chardonnay. This is why it costs $40 a bottle. Okay. And it cost, some of the vintages cost a lot more. But I like their Cabernet as much. But I'll tell you something else. The Stag's Leap from Marin County, from Sonoma, all right, won for the red that year. Stag's Leap Cabernet, you can get it for, I think, between 45 and $60 a bottle. But there's a bottle that they sell, and they have it at our wine shop for 100. And I swear to God, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. I am one of those people. I want to try everything. I haven't tried the Skywalker wine. My brother used to party there. My brother Bill. In fact, he told me stories about it. I'm like, you met Harrison Ford, you know George Lucas, and you didn't tell me? You son of a bitch. You know, I'm so goddamn mad at him. Whale meat? I'd try it, Stig. You like, wait a minute. Okay, hold it. Snug Spinal Tap says he likes Tears of Gettysburg. All right, well, I can go buy it anywhere here. I'll go get it. I'll go try it. I think I've tried it once and I wasn't that impressed. Stig is so politically incorrect. I don't know. Billy never said anything. I was so shocked at him going, yeah, blah, 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 and then we blah, blah, blah. I mean, here's the deal. His friend Toby made a film about the Colorado River. Robert Redford, yeah, him, narrated it, and they all were at the screening, and they were all there. All of them. And of course, you know, the Billy used to hang out at the Halloween parties and stuff. And I'm like, you know how big of a Star Wars fan I was, and you never told me? Mom and Dad would have put me on a plane, sent me there so I could go and just, I mean, you asshole. Want to do that? You know, I get to heaven if I get there. Bill and I. Oh, Jeremiah Johnson was a great movie. Bill and I. He was. Or there. I'm a whole generation younger than him. When he was 1 year younger than Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford is 77. Billy would have been 76 this year. Okay. Billy died in 2006. Billy was literally a whole generation older than me. The boomers are between myself and my oldest brother. Billy's from the traditional generation, and everybody else in my family except for me is from the boomers. I am not a boomer. And Billy, what's really weird, you guys, really weird, is you can talk to those people. It's Clint Eastwood's generation. I assume if Steve McQueen was still alive, it would have been his. the traditionalists are, they're not World War II, but they're, my mom-in-law is that. My father-in-law is that. They're not like in the hippies, brother, oldest brother. Uh, those hippies that were born before 1946, 45 are not the same hippies that we got with Elizabeth Warren, Hillary, Billy, Billy Bebop Clinton. I don't know when he was born, but there, and you can tell. Billy and I could talk about anything. We disagreed on some stuff. We agreed on other things. Okay, that's the thing about them. They were real liberals. These people that came after them are not. I'm going to call it Mark Hamill. You're not a real liberal. Okay? There's a difference between a leftist and being a liberal, and he is not. Okay? And he needs that come to Jesus moment. Anyway, I won't talk about politics. But, no, I haven't seen that, Paul. I haven't. So is Craig around yet? Where is he? Eh. Anyway, guys, I've been on, or I'll be on for a little while longer. Yes, Aaron, he does. Mark Hamill does suffer from TDS. And it's too bad because the country's really actually doing very well. And, you just gotta let it go. Yeah, you know what? It's really weird. Has Nathan been on Twitter very much since all that got rehashed? I haven't seen him. I follow him. I haven't seen him. I know why. Mark, you have a granddaughter. That's it. You have a granddaughter. And your friend, I'm not going to say it, enjoys the hell out of his grandkids. Think about it. Stick, he might be. But I'm going to be honest with you. You guys, I really think that if they had made what George Lucas wanted, I don't think he'd have been as happy as he thinks he would have been. I think it would have been better than what we got. I think a lot of you guys wouldn't have liked it. Because it was something that was not part of the EU. From what I've heard, it would have been very interesting. Oh, we would have learned more. Wow, from New Zealand? Hello. Hello. From the land of J.R.R. Tolkien and The Hobbit. One of my father's most favorite things in the whole world. Thank you for stopping by. But no, I honestly don't think a lot of you guys would have liked what George would have wanted either. No, Mark is just lashing out right now. He's upset. I'm gonna say something about. I don't think it's really real, Brett. I think it's a metaphor. Middle Earth is a metaphor, an allegory for Earth. Okay, that's all it is. Let's say something. The people that are happiest in Hollywood enjoy their families. Clint Eastwood. He's had divorces, separations, whatever, but he seems happy. Harrison Ford. I saw a hilarious, beautiful, wonderful, magnificent picture. He was walking through Brentwood with one of his grandsons on his shoulders. They're, again, that's that generation. They get it. They understand. And there's Mark. You know, family is everything. You got a granddaughter. Are you embarrassed? What? I don't. But I'm gonna tell you something. If I knew them, I wouldn't like his wife. I'll be honest. I wouldn't like Mary Lou. She's every leftist, feminist woman I've ever known in my life of a certain age. And I don't like them. I don't. They're not good people. You know, they're just not. I mean, I'm not gonna say she's a POS. Don't say that. But it's like, look, you know what, honey, you bought a bag of garbage. All right, let's go back to Hidalgo. Do you want to know why I think this is real? Stuff about Kennedy. Hidalgo locked down his account and then starts screaming about us. He knows it's coming down. All right, that's why. Yeah, I am a piece of shit because I want better Star Wars than what you've given us. Can I say this? I've never seen an episode of Downton Abbey. I'm serious. I grew up a Masterpiece Theater too. I haven't. I haven't. You can all hate me. Never. I don't even know why. And I probably like it. Yeah, you know what? Dark Saber Force. I gotta say this. That letter made him look really bad. Really bad. You know, I don't get it. I mean, I really, you know, God, I think I probably will have to binge watch it just to get my thing up on that. Well, there has been dissension. Iger's on the ropes. He put out that book, you know, and then all this shit came out. So, Seguin Gamer is put in a timeout because he's an asshole and I'll ban him from this channel. You don't troll here, okay? Don't fucking troll here because I will block you. You will never be able to talk here again, okay? I'm not kidding. Don't fuck with me, all right? We're going to have an intelligent discussion or you're gone, okay? I'm not gonna deal with it. Dark Saber Force. It was just some douchebag troll, and I'll deal with his ass. Yeah, yeah. You know that's why Sony did what they did. I don't blame Sony for doing that. I would have done that. Wow, trolls here tonight. You know, what I love about this is that these assholes come here and they don't really get it. They don't really get it. I'm not complaining. We want good Star Wars. It's not good right now. They're in a bad they're in a bad place. They want to defend it. You can't defend it. Reality. Accept it. Stop being in fucking denial. This is what's going on. Lucasfilm is $5 billion in debt. Okay, motherfuckers, you can't do anything about that. Why? Because people like me, the other people in this chat, and other people watching are pissed off. We're not buying the merchandise. We're not going to the movies. We're not buying. What do you want? Us to just suck? I don't eat shit. You like shit. I don't eat shit. You like shit. The Emperor's not in this movie. Okay. Ian McDermott said he wouldn't come back unless Palpatine was dead. Okay? In respect for George. You know who's in this movie? Come here. Sit down right here. Come here. The son of Mortis. That's who you're. No, he's not. Alright, if only 7. You're a fucking troll. You're a fucking moron. You're a fucking ingrate asswipe. And I'm banning you. Bye bye. The Emperor is nothing but a holocron. And he is basically, if you go back, go to the Son of Mortis. When you watch the Mortis trilogy, he sounds exactly like Palpatine. Well, Hayden Christensen, I fucking hate Alden Ehrenreich. That was hubris itself to think he could actually play that role. That short, little, tiny douchebag. I hate him. All right, I can't stand looking at him. But you can't troll me. All right, you can't troll me. And when McDermott said he's dead, I wouldn't have come back if it wasn't out of respect for George. Palpatine is a holocron. When you hear his voice, it's from the holocron. It's from the holocron, and either or the sun is speaking through him. I love all the trolls here. They're pissed off at me right now. They're attacking because Kennedy is out the door. Uh, you know, they're pissed off because now they know Raylo's not going to happen. And, it's just, it's one of those things, they can do whatever they want. Well, boo fucking who to them, Spartan. They can go fuck themselves. Go back to Twilight, okay, Relos? Go back to fucking Twilight. Ooh, Edward is gonna be Batman now, so go to DC. And maybe Kristen Stewart will play Batgirl or Catwoman, and you guys can have your little weird little romance again. Okay? Fuck you. How's that? Okay, get the fuck off my channel. I don't do this shit. Oh, Batwoman's horrible. And, TLJ sucks, and we all know that. So, anyway. My favorite vampire movies are always where he's not a misunderstood douchebag. Yes, they do. They do Snoke or Snoke Spinal Tap. Yes, they do. See. Here's the deal. That's the thing. Okay. These trolls are too stupid to understand it. Yeah, they should. I think Disney actually really should do buy Twilight. I think they really should. They should get it from whoever else they made it. Then they could actually do Twilight Land. They probably actually make money on that. No, I'm saying I like the vampires to be evil. My favorite vampire movies are Bram Stoker's Dracula, the original Nosferatu, silent one, because it's so goddamn creepy. It literally, oh my god, it's the creepiest movie ever. And the original Fright Night with Chris Sarandon. It just, I didn't like Underworld. It was too Marvel. I saw the first one, I was like, meh. I like keeping it the way it should be. I good versus evil. And I like Bram Stoker's Dracula because there's a little context to it. But I'll never like it as much as Nosferatu, the actual Dracula. There was a 1979 production, BBC, Louis Jourdan playing Dracula. I have the DVD. Let me explain something. It's probably the closest to Dracula that you will ever see. Ever see. And it followed the story verbatim. And it was it? I think it was, they did the whole thing in 2.5 hours. And I've got it in DVD. We don't have our media center set up yet, so I can't watch it for Halloween. But it's one of those movies I would watch for Halloween. That and The Exorcist, which is, to me, the scariest movie ever made. Oh, God. The movies aren't just about hot women, dude. I don't know why. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let this go. And I like traditional stories in the Bram Stoker way of telling vampire stories. I'll have to see that. I will. I have to see that Stig. I'd like to. To me, a vampire is not a misunderstood hero. He is evil. He's Prince of Darkness. Okay, there's nothing good about him. Okay, he's out there finding acolytes and disciples to his cause. Okay, think about that. All right, that's not cool. But I'm not really a vampires are good guys. Oh well, Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. I mean, my God, damn. Too bad they couldn't be on a Star Wars movie together. Could you imagine that? Oh, and by the way, I just got a Fearless Vampire Killers, which was Roman Polanski's 1967, the year before I was born, by the way, movie with the magnificently beautiful, tragic Sharon Tate. And that was a movie that she was in that they fell in love. That's how they met. So I'm gonna watch that. It looks pretty good. Hey, Rabbi. So, guys, I'm about ready to go to bed. I'm done. I'm tired. I know, maybe not to bed, but go and hang out. My voice is getting tired. So, to put it bluntly, I really do think that Kathleen Kennedy's out. Whether she lasts to 2021, I don't know. I don't think so. Um, Luminous may or may not happen because of this. Well, just keep praying there, dude, that she's out. Amanas! Oh my God. Okay, I'll be up for a while. Hey man, how you doing? You better not be driving and texting or I'll be mad at you. Don't do that. All right. Um, no, we were just talking about Kennedy and then we segued into this Project Luminous, which just sounds awful. And then I started talking about wine, and then I started talking about food because Drunk 3PO was here, and then I had some trolls show up. So I'm just here. I think she's out. I think she's been out for a long time. Uh, well, thanks, Abuna. You haven't had my food yet. What we'll do is we'll get a bunch of people. We'll get you, Drunk, Mara Jade, Craig, a bunch of other people here, and we'll throw it on the grill. So we won't do the pan fried. It would be difficult. Okay, so I don't have that big of a cooktop. We need to do that. We really do. We really, really do need to do that. But if we do, 6 people plus my husband and me, I could cook on the stove. More than that, the grill gets brought out, and it'll be just as good, but it'll be different. And if we do that, then I'll go and I'll spend some money and get some really interesting, different kind of cuts of meat that you guys didn't never thought of. I'm gonna tell you something, man. The Wagyu, when you look at it, you're like, it's pink. It's because the fat is literally inside the muscle. And it is so good, you can't even describe it. It is, all you have to do is sear it. Sear it good, get a good crust on all the sides. I mean, all sides. And it's perfect. So, I'm not telling you where I live, Brett. What? All right, I love you all. I gotta go. I need to shut down and do my thing. Good. That's a good thing, Abunas. That's a good thing. Love you too, man. Good night. All right. See you guys later. Be good, boys.